Every time Samsung launches a new version of its Galaxy smartphone, it's a huge event, not just for the company, but for the whole smartphone industry, where it's getting very competitive nowadays. Of course, Samsung in the lead, but lots of other people producing excellent phones, all looking much the same. This is Samsung's latest, the Samsung Galaxy S5. A nice looking phone, as I said, but to many eyes, it will look pretty identical to a lot of other products on the market. So, Luke Mansfield, what differentiates this from, say, the HTC One M8, which we saw recently?
Hi, Rory. So basically, we've returned at Samsung to a sort of hardware tour de force. So we've taken everything that we know consumers love and we've crammed it into one package. So if you're worried about giving your phone to your kids, don't worry about this one. It's waterproof, it's dustproof, you can take it to the beach.
Do you want to prove that?
Go on, we'll prove it. There you go.
Oh, it still seems to be working.
Still going, still going.
Right.
You get it out now.
Yeah. I've now got a wet phone. And one particular thing that you're drawing attention to is the heart rate monitor. It's got a sensor in there. It's measuring my heart rate. I had a quick look. It looks like I've got a 72 heart rate at the moment.
Mine was 76, so you're doing better than me.
Right. I mean, these are just gimmicks, aren't they? I mean, smartphones have basically jumped the shark in that phrase. They all do much the same. Gimmicks like that don't make much of a difference.
I think if you're really into fitness, it's not a gimmick. The great thing about the S5 is whatever you're into, there's something in there for you. And I think it saves, like if you have 100 different phones for 100 different people, there's one phone for everybody. And so, if you don't find value in the heart rate monitor, I think you'll agree it's not really in the way. It's a great feature if you'd like to use it. And if you don't, there's no real disadvantage to having that there.
Now, some have criticised you for being a bit plasticky, for not having the pure metal feel of, say, an iPhone or the HTC One. What's your response to that?
So one of the things that's really important to us at Samsung is to give people options to do what they want to do with their phones. So the great thing about the polycarbonate backs is you can just pull them off. You can put a new SIM card in. You can switch out your SD card. It's very difficult to achieve that with a metal phone. Similarly, to get the waterproof and the dustproof, gasketing a metal back is actually much more complex. And so the best way of providing the biggest and most expansive set of features to our customers is to stick with polycarbonate.
Now, let's look more broadly at the industry. Samsung has been making huge amounts of money. So has Apple been making huge amounts of money. It's getting much harder, isn't it? Because so many of these phones look the same, do the same thing. You've got Chinese suppliers coming in, cutting margins. Life can only get harder for Samsung.
I think life does get harder as more people enter the market. The most important thing is to make sure that you have the best hardware, the best phone.